In this video, we're going to be taking a look at this LED continuous light made by GVM. My name is Adrian with Project Ramos, and on this channel, we do product reviews. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. Good lighting is a key component in photography and videography. It's also a piece of equipment that can get very expensive. So trying to find a budget-friendly light that doesn't compromise in quality is a challenge. This GVM continuous LED light falls in the budget-friendly category. So we're going to take a closer look and see if it's worth the cost of the product. Let's go over the specs for this light. It's an 80-watt LED continuous light. It's rated at 97 plus CRI, 97 plus TLCI. The light output is daylight at 5600 Kelvin. It's capable of putting out up to 12,000 lux. It features a Fresnel lens design. It has a standard Bowens mount, and it's cooled with an electronic fan. Now let's go over the built-in design of this LED light. The casing on the outside of the light is made out of plastic, but it is a thick plastic. So being that it's made out of plastic does make this light very light, and it's very compact, as you can see here. But the case is made out of plastic. The plastic is fairly thick, so it feels very sturdy. The area where the LED is mounted is made out of, it looks like some kind of either stainless steel or aluminum. So this is very well built here. Overall, the light feels very sturdy. It feels like it's built very well. Setup and operation of this light is very simple. All you need to do is mount the bottom piece onto a lighting tripod. Once you have that mounted, then all you got to do is fasten down the light onto the stand using this piece right here. And now the angling of the light is easily adjusted using this larger knob here. All you got to do is loosen it, and that allows the this piece here to pivot. And then once you find the angle that you need, then you lock it into place and you're good to go there. Also, the brightness of the light is very simple in terms of controlling it. You have one adjustment knob here, a brightness knob, and you're going to go from 0 all the way to maximum output, which that makes it very simple to set up there. And of course, the light is Bowens mount, so it does come with the reflector, which the reflector mounts into the light very simply. But you could also buy other accessories such as soft boxes to also mount onto this light, as long as it has the Bowens mount on it. So overall, the setup and operation of this light is very simple and straightforward. So the color gels come in this little package here, and it also comes with these binder clips. These binder clips are there so that you can secure the color gels onto the light. So I'm just going to grab some of these here. Let's start with the red colored gel, and you can quickly see how it immediately changes the color. It's very effective. So now if I wanted to light my background red, I can easily do that using this colored gel, as you can tell here. Now let's go ahead and swap out the other colors so you can see the effect here. Here's a blue gel. Looks like another red one, a little bit of a pink color, and a green gel. So it's very effective using these color gels over the reflector. But as you can tell here, this light is very bright, so it's very effective in terms of really putting out quite a bit of light. And if we take off the reflector, we'll take a look and see how much difference that makes in terms of brightness. So now you can see that the light spreads out a lot more, but it's still very bright. You don't really lose too much brightness there. So this light works very well. There is one more option that you get with this light, and that is the fact that you can mount an umbrella to diffuse the light. What you're going to notice is that there is a hole right here, and it goes right through the front of the light. That's for an umbrella mount. I have one here to demonstrate. we're gonna open up the umbrella and place it into the umbrella mounting hole here. And you're gonna notice there's a knob here that all you need to do is turn to fasten the umbrella onto the light. And once you have that on there secure, now, my dog is having an allergy attack right now. That's probably what you're hearing. So if we turn this on, you can see that the light diffuses very nicely. And you can see now how the light just gives off a real nice diffused light. So if we were to get this, out of frame, you can see how I can use this light very simply to light myself as my key light. And using an umbrella, it diffuses it very nicely. Now again, you're going to be able to use a softbox, so you're going to be able to achieve the same with the softbox. You're going to, especially if you get a large softbox, you're going to be able to get a real nice diffused light that will just roll off nicely on your subject. Now, in terms of the cooling fan, as soon as you place this light on full power, the fan kicks on, and it puts out a little bit of noise, but it's not very noisy at all. At least I don't find it distracting. Unless if you're in an extremely quiet environment where you need everything to be quiet, you might be able to hear the fan. But I'll put this closer to the microphone just so you can get an idea of the fan noise that comes out of it. It's not too bad. And if we lower the intensity of the light, then the fan begins to spin down since the light isn't putting out as much power. So just keep in mind that it does have an electronic fan, and depending on how warm the light gets, that fan is going to kick up. Now that we've gone over the setup and operation of this light, let's talk about some of the use case scenarios for this type of light. In photography, this light would work great as either a key light, a hair light, or to light up your background. The same applies for videography. You can either use it as your key light, your hair light, or the background light. As you're able to see with us playing around with the color gels, you can easily blast your background with the different colored gels and get some different effects out of it. Or you can point the light at either a wall or a ceiling to bounce the light, either using no gel at all or use a gel, so you can get some ambient light out of this. So that's going to work great for either videography or photography. In both fields, lighting is used pretty much the same. And the fact that you get the Bowens mount is a key feature for this light, because the Bowens mount is very standard, and you're going to be able to find a ton of accessories out there. So you're going to be able to mount soft boxes onto it, reflectors, just pretty much any accessory that uses a Bowens mount. And but more than likely, it's either going to be a softbox or a reflector that you're going to be using with this light. And I also like the fact that you get an umbrella mount as well. So you get a little bit of a different type of diffusion using an umbrella. So that gives you another option there. Next up, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of this light. But before we get into that, I'd like to ask that you hit that like button if you found some value in this video so far. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. That way you get notified the next time we upload a new video. First, let's go over the pros of this LED light. The first thing that I really like about this light is the fact that it's very small. It's compact. Very tiny light. What you're gonna find is that lights such as these that put out a lot of light, that are very powerful, they usually tend to be very large, about double the size of this light. And the fact that this light is very compact and has this real nice handle in the back makes it very simple to carry around with you. So if you have your lighting bag, this isn't gonna take up a lot of space at all. And it's very light. You know, the fact that it's constructed of plastic, although it's constructed very well, it is plastic, which adds to the fact that the light is very lightweight. So I really like the compact design of this light. I also like the fact that it has the Bowens mount. So as we already mentioned, it's going to give you a lot of options in terms of soft boxes and reflectors and all the different accessories that are out there that use the Bowens mount. In terms of the brightness of the light, I think it goes very bright. It can really put out quite a bit of light, which is incredible for a light this size. So that's going to give you a ton of options to really put this at, full output and really be able to use it as a key light. If you really need, really large diffusion, just add a nice softbox to it, or as you were able to see in our demonstration, an umbrella, and you're going to get some really nice diffused light. And it also comes with the color gels, so that's another pro there. That's going to give you a lot of creative options in videography or photography. Other pros that I like is the fact that it does have an umbrella mount. That's going to give you some options there. Being that soft boxes can be very pricey, so if you are on a budget, umbrellas are very cheap in terms of cost. So if you're not ready yet to go and buy a really nice soft box, you can just use an umbrella, which is very cost effective. Add this to the light and you're going to get some real nice diffusion there. So overall, I think this light has a lot of pros to it. So now let's talk about the cons. The only con I found with this light is the fan. It does kick on fairly quick. Even at a low setting, the fan is still blowing right now. It is a little warm in our studio right now, so that could be the reason why, but the fan is on right now. However, it's not a deal breaker. In my opinion, the fan isn't very loud. I know a lot of product reviewers out there of lighting usually point out the fan as a flaw and that it puts out a lot of noise. To me personally, it's not distracting at all. Especially if you're using the right microphones, microphones that do suppress sound outside of the area that it's supposed to be capturing, you're not gonna pick up the fan. And this light, I can hear the fan right now, very faint, but I know that if I were to use this as my key light, the microphone isn't really gonna pick it up. So in my opinion, the fan noise isn't a deal breaker at all, but the fan does turn on even at low power. So that is about the only drawback that I find with this light. But again, not a deal breaker at all. The fan isn't very loud, and I think it's gonna be something that you can work around very easily. And now for the $1 million question. Is the Gvm P80S worth your hard-earned money? As of the recording of this review video, this light sells for $117.98 on Amazon. I think it's a great bargain for what you're getting. You're getting a lot of options. We already have gone over all the options that you get with this light. It's very compact, and it comes with the color gels and a reflector. It's pretty much ready to go right out of the box. And if you need a little bit different type of diffusion, you can add a very cheap umbrella, a photography umbrella, or spend a little more money and get a real nice softbox, and you're gonna get different results out of this light. So overall, I think at $117.98, I think you're getting a great light for the cost of the product. This is gonna complete my review of the Gvm P80S LED continuous light. If you found some value in this video, I'd appreciate it if you were to hit the thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, that way you get notified the next time we upload a new video. And on that note, I will see you on the next review.